where you're talking about, 4 to 5 times more likely, 3 to 4 times more likely to die if they get COVID. So they need the help and they need to get it in immediately.
Madam Vice President-elect, most health experts, including Dr. Fauci, agree that elementary schools should be the last thing to close. Bars should close, restaurants should close, but elementary schools should be the very last one because the risk is minimal for what's happening in terms of what's happening to kids. And I know you talked about earlier, has been disastrous in terms of education, in terms of psychology. But there are many teachers and teachers unions who are advocating for remote-only education to stick around because they are afraid, understandably, of getting the virus. Administration defer to the health experts or to the teachers union when it comes to elementary.
Well, honestly, Jake, I think it's a false choice. Both. The public health experts, of course, must be leaders in this conversation because we're having the conversation because of public health epidemic, pandemic. So they must help inform the decisions. But educators are our educators. They are on the front line. They are most knowledgeable about the educational needs of our children. So both have to be participating in that conversation. But let's start from this place. Everyone wants our kids to go back to school. Every parent wants to go back to school. Every teacher wants to educate those children. Every community benefits from those children getting an education. So there is wide consensus about the priority and the goal. And then we have to bring them together. We emphasize a little bit more and smarter about being prioritizing the needs of our children and their teachers and their families and their communities, and prioritizing the education of our children.
Jake, I would argue that I agree with everything the Vice President said, but I've spoken with leaders of the unions, and there is a clear plan that's been laid out. We can safely open those elementary schools that are the highest risk of people transmitting the disease, number one. Number two, we can make it safe for teachers if we invest in what needs to be done. Number one, sanitizing the school. Number two, making sure that they have ventilation. Number three, making sure there's smaller pods of children, meaning you need more teachers. You got to pay for this stuff. It was estimated that we could open those schools for somewhere around $100 billion nationwide. That would be the cost for a year. We know how to do this. But the fact is, there's no money to do it. And you know better than anyone, because you've been reporting on it, the states are running out of money. They cannot continue to deficit spend. They can't deficit spend. And that's a federal government responsibility short-term to have long-term growth and on the mental health and the educational capacity of our children.
Well, let's talk about this expense because there is a lot of desire out there, I don't need to tell you, among the American people who are hurting, who are facing evictions, who are not able to put food on the table. The unemployment number still remains very high. And there's a desire for a relief package, another relief package, not just a desire, a need, a desperate need.
Yes.
And yet there's been gridlock in Washington. This week, a bipartisan group of senators unveiled a compromise bill.
I think if they get the 900, what they're talking about, the number is, I think, $900 billion. That would be a good start. It's not enough. It's needed. We should focus on the things that are immediately needed. And what's immediately needed is relief for people in their unemployment checks, relief for people who are going to get thrown out of their apartments after Christmas because they can't afford to pay the rent anymore, relief on mortgage payments, relief on all the things that are in the original bill the House passed. But may have changed again today. I don't know. Maybe you know better. But in fact, the president said he wouldn't sign any such legislation. And then I'm told, I may be mistaken, because I'm not there not only every day, ever in the Senate anymore, but I'm told that there's somewhere between 20 and 22 Republican senators that won't vote for anything. But here's the deal. If Mitch McConnell just brought the bill up, just put it on the floor, I believe, Senator believes, the former Senator, soon-to-be former Senator believes, that it would pass. But it's just, look, people are really hurting. And what's happening and teachers are prepared to go back if they know that there's something where there's masking, testing, they're available to be in smaller pods, they need more help. But
When you say it's a start, the compromise bill, do you mean it's a start for negotiations? It's just an
no.
outcome.
I think
I think they should pass it.
I think it should be passed, and I think that in fact that we need more when we get there to get things done. Now again, I'm not based in Chuck and Nancy. I'm not doing the detailed negotiation. Matter of fact, one of the people deeply involved is the guy who took my spot in the United States Senate. Chris Coons is a brilliant guy. So I'm relying on their judgment as what the most basic things we need to do.
Madam Vice President, Vice President Pence recognized leading the COVID-19 task force. Are you going to continue that position? What will your specific portfolio be, and how do you plan on working with your new boss? Will you have weekly lunches? Will you be asked when he speaks before he makes a decision, as then Vice President Biden did with then President Obama? How do you see your role?
Yes.
Yes to all of that? So COVID task force, weekly lunches.
I'll take the last point first, which is if the future is determined in any way based on what has been happening. We are full partners in this process, and I will tell you that the president-elect has been, since the first day he asked me to join him on the ticket, been very clear with me that he wants me to be the first and the last in the room. And so on every issue that impacts the American people, I will be a full partner to the president-elect and the president, and whatever our priorities are, I'll be able to support him and support the American people.
Like he was in charge of the Southern during the recession. Will you head up the COVID task force? Is there
That's what I want to do. The president I made is the same thing I'm asking Vice President to. And that is that there's so many things that are going on in this president's desk. Everything, as I said about Barack, everything but locusts is going to land on this. We have significant problems. Whatever the most urgent need is that I'm not able to attend to, I have confidence to be turning to her. Just as it wasn't that Barack said, well, Joe, we're going to have a stimulus and I want you to handle it. This was, we got to get this stimulus passed, and I'm working on this. This is what I want you to do. So unlike the previous portfolio where Al Gore said, look, let me take care, let me do environment. When I was asked the question, when I asked her the question, no, I'll do whatever the urgent need is. And that's how it's going to work, and that's how it's going. There's not a single decision I've made yet about personnel, about how to proceed, that I haven't discussed it with Kamala first.
What has been? She was one of your fiercest competitors in the early days of the primary, and now she and Doug Emhoff. Which, by the way, is he the second gentleman? Is he the second dude? What should we be calling him?
Well, I think that the term has evolved into the second gentleman.
The second gentleman.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
I like
yes.
second dude, but
Yes.
I will defer.
I think some of his friends are going to say that.
But you they're no longer competitors. What's been the biggest surprise about working with her? I know you knew her before through Bo,
but look, there hasn't been any surprise because we had the discussion about this beforehand. First of all, I understand how campaigns can sometimes get a little out of whack a little bit, and as I told her, because you asked the question, I don't hold it. That's why Richard Branson questioned whether I was really Irish. But all kidding aside,
the first lady to be told me she holds them for you.
Yes, she does, but not with she and Kamala have become friends. But all kidding aside, it's a matter of the thing. We are simpatico on our philosophy of government, and simpatico on how we approach these issues that we're facing. And so I don't have, and when we disagree, we just like, so far, we just like when Rock and I did. It's in private, and I think we should do A, B, C, or D. And I'll say, I like A, don't like B and C, and it's okay. If I read something where there's a fundamental disagreement we have based on moral principle, and we discussed at length our views on foreign policy, on domestic policy, on intelligence. And the thing is, she has background in the Center on Intelligence, background on a whole range of things that are going to be pertinent to what we have to do. It's going to be, I think, something that's going to be incoming, Jake. It's a matter about who takes what when.
I don't need to tell you, Mr. President-elect, that the NAACP is suggesting that they are disappointed so far that there haven't been more Black Americans named to high-profile positions presently accepted, and that Jim Clyburn said, watching your cabinet mix, and quote, I can think of Black folks that qualify for every single one. One position you have yet to announce is Attorney General. Do you think, George Floyd, Black Lives Matter, the social justice issues, the criminal justice reform issues, that a Black election?
Look, I'm going to be announcing many members of the cabinet. The first 8 members, the most diverse cabinet anyone in American history has ever announced. There are three white men. There are 3 men. There are 5 women. There are 5 people of color. 3 white people. I mean, this is going to be an incredibly diverse. I'm going to keep my commitment that the administration, both in the White House and outside in the cabinet, is going to look like the country. I'm going to be meeting with the NAACP board, I guess, it's only Tuesday. And so look, my job, their job is to push me. Every special interest, and I don't say that in a negative way, every advocacy group out there is pushing for more of what they want. That's their job. My job is to keep my commitment, to make the decisions, and when it's all over, people take a look and say, you'll see the most diverse cabinet, representative of all folks, Asian Americans,
Want another bit of candy?
Latinos,
More?
across the board. And so I'd say, and they're all forthcoming the next month or so.
Last month, Senator Bernie Sanders told the Associated Press it would be, quote, enormously insulting if your cabinet, the Biden-Harris cabinet, ignored progressive voices. Who would you point to now as a leading progressive voice in the cabinet?
Well, we're not done yet, so we're not even halfway there. So I think that we should have this conversation when we're done. But
That's another interview offer you're making, because I'll take it.
do you consider yourself a progressive?
No.
Department of Homeland Security.
Homeland Security.
Yeah, I'm serious.
He's a progressive.
Yeah, and there's a number of progressives that are what I think people are saying is, a lot of people are saying, am I going to pick some very prominent and well-known progressive who sits in the House or the Senate right now? As close as everything is in terms of the House and the Senate, there are tough decisions to make. To pull somebody on the back